Hey guys, I've been here 6 years now, over 6 years, like 6 years and a month or something like that. It's been a long time, and without going home at all. And I was just watching a video the other day. One of my favorite vloggers there, called Trout and Coffee. Trout and Coffee. It's a vlogger in Massachusetts, and he's really good the way he puts his stuff together, and it just brings me back home to Massachusetts and New Hampshire and Maine. The places that he goes and the things that he does is all stuff that I used to do when I lived there, and kind of brings you back, and you kind of miss that stuff. You kind of miss the place. I don't miss the people so much. Some people I do miss. I have a lot of good friends back there and family, but I really don't miss the people overall there. I miss the countryside. I miss the snow. I miss the beaches. I miss the mountains. I miss, getting away from it all. In the Philippines, yeah, you can get away from it all. It's pretty easy to get away from it all, and it's kind of nice to get away from it all here. But there's just something about New England that you can't get here. Not sure what it is. The ocean seems different. The boats here are different, obviously. The people are obviously different, and the country is different. And after a while, you do tend to miss that. And I certainly do miss it. And I'm wondering whether after 6 years, maybe it's time to go home and just say hi to everybody and maybe get it out of my system. I wasn't thinking about going back home until I seen one of the Trout and Coffee videos. And I said, you know what? I miss that. I miss that a lot. I'm not sure when I'm going to go home. I'm sure it'll be within the next year or whatever. And I could go now if I wanted to, but I don't know if I want to go back there when it's just starting to get hot. And it's not hot yet because it's still April and we still got May. But by the time I was ready to go, it'd be hot. And I'm debating whether to go in the fall or go in the fall next year and then take my trip then. And when you come here, a lot of people fly back and forth all the time. The majority of expats fly out of here at least once every 2 years, I'll say. The ones that live here. And a lot of them have homes back home. Some guys don't, some guys do. Some guys are ready to make the plunge and come over here permanently and just stay here and live here forever, and never go back. There are a lot of people here that never go back. And I'd be happy just going to Guam right now and doing some shopping at a regular store if they have a Walmart there or whatever. I miss going to stores where they have everything because I want to take a bunch of stuff back with me. And I'm not sure what I would get, but I'm sure I would get a lot of different foods and take those back with me. But also I would get a lot of items to take back with me. T-shirts, shorts, things like that. Because over here it's hard to get certain sizes over here. And I can't get a lot of size over here because everything's Filipino size. It doesn't matter what size you are as an American. If you try to get that size over here, it's always too small and it comes up to your belly button because everybody's shorter over here. And I'm 6 feet tall. So, it comes up to my belly button. My shirts do if I buy them. So it sucks to buy shirts over here. I always have to go online and look for American sizes. And usually I can get them. Usually I can get a good American size over here if I look online. Temu is one of the places I've been going lately to get things like that. But for you guys that are coming over here, always plan on going back sometimes to your home. I'm sure that you have many friends there. Maybe you don't, maybe you do, or a few relatives that you do care about. There are people out there that don't have many or any relatives anymore for one reason or another. And I still recommend that you go back to the States, maybe just to visit places or childhood memories or whatever, what have you. It is good to have some connection to your old home. And I certainly want to reconnect a little bit. I kind of miss being in Lexington, Massachusetts, and Bedford, Massachusetts, and Billerica, and Lawrence, and also down in Hyannis. These are all places where I grew up, and I kind of want to go back to those places. And I also would like to go up to Berlin, New Hampshire. I lived there for about 2 years in a log cabin up there, and I'd like to go back up to Berlin. Berlin's kind of a mill town, but around there is really beautiful with the mountains and everything. It's right in the heart of the White Mountains. It's very nice. And if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. There's something about that area that's just really beautiful, especially above Berlin. You start getting into what's called the Connecticut Lakes up in New Hampshire, and they're beautiful lakes up there. Beautiful place to just go fishing or canoeing or kayaking or what have you. There's something about that area that it never leaves you. And I'd love to be able to ride the back roads of Maine again, maybe do some antique hunting or something like that, or go hiking, or go up to Kennebunkport and get some nice seafood or whatever, some fried clams and lobster. These are the things I miss. I had 2 lobsters the other day, 2 Maine lobsters here in the Philippines, and I paid about $40 for 2 1-pound lobsters. Were they good? Yeah, they were good. But it's nothing like getting a live lobster back home and having it boiled up right in front of you. That's living, But I do think that it is time for me to go home. I want to visit my sisters. I want to visit my cousins. I want to visit some friends of mine. And I'm thinking about just doing like maybe 2 weeks and make it a quick stop. And then maybe I'll go to Belize for like a week or something like that, just to visit some friends down there or what have you. And when you get here to the Philippines, the first part of your stay here is more like the honeymoon phase. After about 6 months to a year, the honeymoon phase starts wearing off, and you start realizing, hey, this is my home. And I love my new home here, don't get me wrong. I love it here. I love the people here. I love the place here. But there are things, that you are going to miss back home. And I do miss some things about the United States. I don't miss the politics, that's for sure. And there's a lot of people leaving the United States. I think it was 750,000 people left the United States last year and said that they were looking for a home outside the country. So I'm not sure if they all found a home or whatever, but that was a number that somebody quoted to me, and I'm not sure if that's true, factual or not, but 750,000 sounds about right, because you know what? There's a lot of people coming in over here, and I get phone calls from them every day. So I know there's a lot of people leaving because I help them get their SRV retirement visas or what have you. Well, anyway, I just want to speak about that a little bit. It's just something that's been on my mind a little bit, and I wanted to share it with you guys, And when you do get over here, definitely take some time to reconnect in your old country and go back once in a while to reconnect with your old friends. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.